of rest as my true questions emerge. A barely perceptible thinning of sunlight as quieting transforms, forgiveness softens, confession connects. A finger of wood smoke beckons the waning moon. This next one has two geographic names that it might be helpful for you to know. Malula is a small village in Syria, and Malheur is a national wildlife refuge in southeast Oregon, about 6 hours up the road from here. Guns, Nuns, and Birds, or From Malula to Malheur. What I really hate is this: the smell of windswept rain from the Kalamun Mountains, forever tinged with the cries of the Malula nuns. Was that you, Sister Miriam, on the grainy video? Your smile at the brass convent door replaced with terse lips, dark eye circles from an undisclosed location. Locals knew ousting Bashar would take more than a shoehorn, that jobs, food, health, worth more than oppression. They knew that freedom, American code for blood, that war has nothing to do with religion. But let's talk about our own militia, the ones who occupied a bird sanctuary, for Christ's sake. Here in the remote high desert of Oregon, men armed with guns, flags, a wayward constitution, defecate over belief a refuge belongs to all, while sage grouse thrum in scrublands thick with snow. So last night we heard from Tenley and a little bit about her journey along the Pacific Crest Trail, and I have a little bit to add to that. Cloud line on the Pacific Crest Trail after release of the movie Wild. I'd rather be home on the front porch in the sunshine, enjoying my dog and a black butte porter. Instead, here a hiccup north of Chinook Pass, wide-eyed through hikers, thick as salmon at spawning season, are the only wild left on this trail. Truckee grandma left 3 houses, 2 lovers, and a husband. Go Duck broiled memories at his 50th reunion. Just Missy weighs barely more than her 8-pound pack. Special ops sports machine gun, pistol, knife. Here at 6,000 feet, shrubs stunt, elk vanish. The orange glow of Indian paintbrush and dewy swaths of iridescent blue lupine creep through fog. Hikers heading to Canada pack up before dawn, their skinny little bodies hauling skinny little packs. We section hikers of larger girth and gear enjoy our pancakes and bacon. Hope to make it on the trail before through hikers who stop for the night at the campsite 10 miles behind catch up. I remember summers on the trail, going 3 days without seeing another human being, and then only one. We found springs from guidebooks, word of mouth. I can't quite get the formula straight now. Is it fitting my gear in this new backpack times enjoying the quiet equals happiness? Or testing my limits times telling the same stories over and over again to strangers equals bragging rights? Why I no longer read in bed. A few billion neurons ago, my dendrites functioned well. Welcome stimuli like sailors at a brothel. That is a good thing in a sheath, and mine transpired nimbly from songs to spreadsheets. I have always loved to read, but by 4th grade realized life was too short to read all the books I hoped to. And that was long before the internet, so I could waste time. Not reading was a fathomless idea. They say at birth we have all our brain cells. Connections come later. That's what we do the next several decades. It's exhausting. My kids grew up, went off on their own. My career careened along. The bags under my eyes got bigger, the wrinkles in my knees deeper. I gave my short skirts back to Goodwill, started wearing the pajamas I swear my son gave me to keep me from dating. At work, reading never ends. I don't want to like it, but I do. Still, at some point, I want to read only novels and poetry. And no more self-help books, the literary equivalent of mosquito bites. Scratching only makes the itch worse. Cerebrospinal fluid protects the nervous system from injury, regulates breathing. Except for menopausal fog, no part of the brain protects from literary overload. That safe harbor, my friend, we create ourselves. So I crawl in bed, reflect on the day, my sister's laughter, a friend's tears, watch my dog dream, his golden bear paw barely twitching. The sixth poem was inspired by Chicago O'Hare Airport. Yeah. Chicago. Homeland Security wears a hijab, checks boarding passes, matches stoic photos with faces, gives the IDs back to us. Her soft, manicured hand lightly brushes our roughness, waves us on. Here we are, America, a gliding current wending around velvet ropes toward the far shore of the next checkpoint. We are fluid, move as one organism. Two retired women in dashiki say the line moves more quickly this bright October day than in the brief light of winter. A young woman with rice paper skin pushes twins in a stroller, propels a diaper bag with sandaled foot. Spanish flutters rhythmic wings, lands on shoulders of men with cowboy boots and women with gold hoop earrings. I stare because we are beauty. A party erupts right here on the concourse. We shake and shimmy to James Brown and Tito Puente, fill our bellies with Dorawat, tabbouleh, my mother-in-law's sticky rice, a splash of sake. We are truly secure, go all night. We miss our flights and don't care, sweat and song our destination, as we rise from rusting factories, stifling suburbs, crumbling projects, crumpled cornfields, dense barrios. Suddenly the music succumbs, our security ends. We take off our shoes, put our belts, laptops in gray plastic tubs, pass through the body scan tunnel, reclaim our personals. And one more. Eclipse of supermoon. We've seen pictures of the moon turning the color of a Martian desert. We know it will be as full as a mother about to give birth, and exactly what time the faintest sliver will levitate just above the horizon. We don't know we will forget that which is not quite surprise or mystery, but like nothing we've ever seen before. That on this dark night, we'll heap leftover meatloaf, pour wine from a box, settle in with reruns of China Beach, until we hear neighbors murmur, gather on street corners, pointing their children east. We are meant to be fulfilled on this earth. Marvel at our luminosity. On this good night, moondrops stir thistles, replace our own umbra.
Lee Herrick is going to offer some closing remarks. Thank you all for being so nice to me this residency. Wonderfully.
Thank you.
We have another big hand for Christian Keith. I was asked to do this about 10 minutes ago.
You can do it. That's how we roll.
Suzanne Roberts wrote something and said, will you say something from your heart, from your gigantic heart. You've known
Gigantic
Brian for
heart.
a while, and so I'm going to try to do that in respect for the graduates tonight, okay? First, let me see. I think, it takes a lot of sacrifice to achieve a Master's of Fine Arts degree. Sweat, sacrifice, work, and a lot more sweat, sacrifice, and work. And no writer, although he or she writes the story or poem or memoir off on his or her own, does it really in a vacuum. It's with the family and friends. And so I think a really big round of applause for those here tonight and those in spirit for the family and friends of the graduates. I'm going to try to do this, I can't channel Brian, I'm not Brian, but I have known him for a while. I met him in 2004 in Fresno. I got a long email from him. Some of you have heard this story before, but for those of you who haven't, and maybe you don't know, Brian Turner is the program founder and director. I met him in 2004, right before his first book came out, Here Bullet. I got an email from this guy I didn't know. It was a long, really wonderful email. He said he was back in town. He had an MFA from Oregon already, and he was looking for some writing community. And this lady that he knew said, "You should get in touch with me, Herrick." It turned out to be Brian Turner, and what he was actually back from was the Iraq War. And I think you all know the service and the writing that he did there. One thing I've always loved about Brian is the freewheeling spontaneity that just exudes joy. And I thought of something at the end of this that I'm going to try to do. But just a few brief words to the graduates. I'm trying to see you all, but wherever you are, and also for the current ones. There's greatness in you. Just like to say that. There's greatness in you. I think each of you is a sweet poem walking. Each of you is a sweet poem walking, or writing, or however you get around. I wish you the very best. Go into the world and do great things. You've earned it. And so here's my little idea to close it out, and then I hope you can all enjoy each other's company. For those of you, I think it was last summer, Brian did a thing where he played guitar.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And he got 2 or 3 different instruments going. And he walked around and he went up to each person with the microphone, and you said the city where you were from. I have this idea that he and Elise are somehow hearing and sensing what's going on here. And some of you know they're going through about the most difficult time 2 people can go through. So I wonder, you know how Samuel Beckett, the writer, his famous quote, he said, "Fail better." You know how you clap sometimes with a lot of love and you clap loudly? But I wonder if we could clap louder for the graduates so that Brian and Elise might hear it. I wonder if we could yell something, whatever it might be, that you want to yell for the graduates for tonight, that Brian and Elise somehow might sense. And not to be too much band leader-like, but I was thinking I would do it and we could sustain it for like 15 seconds or so, until I just go like this and then we'll stop. But could we do it really loudly for the graduates?
Yes.
This is kind of for them, but it's really more for the graduates. Congratulations, everyone, okay? So, congratulations to the MFA graduates 2016 Sierra Nevada College. Let's hear it, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Oh, yes. And can all the graduates and the graduates are just readers tonight?
No, everyone, to close it out. It was very awesome together. Readers.
Whatever you think. I'm totally not making the call.
Somebody blow the candle out!
I think we'll go readers. Tonight's readers? Yeah. Okay, come on, tonight's readers. Come on.
Halloween calls!
That's all I have. That's all I'm saying.
God, you guys are opinionated.
Sam Roberts.
That's 1, 2, 3.
That's why I brought the big suit.